This module describes how to install a Media Expansion Module, or MEM. To install a MEM, you will need to shut down and power off the library, prepare the LRM, remove the X-axis hard stop, release the carousel locks, connect the carousel controller cable, attach the MEM to the LRM, lower the leveling feet and carousel supports, install the side panel of the MEM, align the gripper with the MEM, update the hardware configuration. Before performing this procedure, consider that you will need to allow time for the library to rescan all fiducials and barcodes. To prepare the LRM, remove the panel from the side where you will install the MEM. Use a number 2 Phillips screwdriver to remove the 2 screws at the base of the panel. Then, carefully slide the panel up until you can lift it away from the frame. Set the screws in the panel aside. You will install on the MEM. On the exposed side of the LRM, locate the carousel controller cable and cut the tie wraps holding the cable to the frame. When shipped, the X or horizontal axis includes inner and outer hard stops at each end. When an inner hard stop is installed, the handler is prevented from traveling too far to the left or right. You'll need to remove the inner hard stop on the side where you will install the MEM. To remove the inner hard stop, use a 5/32 inch Allen wrench to remove the screw from the X-axis. Caution: never remove the outer hard stops or serious damage to the library may occur. On the right side of the MEM, locate the bracket under the carousel. Then, locate the 2 socket-headed cap screws. The screw on the left has a stationary PEM nut and functions to raise and lower the carousel. The screw on the right is a shipping log that keeps the carousel from rotating. There are brackets on both sides of the MEM. Use a 5/16 Allen wrench to remove the shipping lock. That is, the right screw from the bracket on the right side of the MEM. Now, remove this shipping lock from the bracket on the left side of the MEM. Gradually lower the carousel by turning the left screw, the one with the PEM nut, a few turns. Repeat this procedure on the left side of the MEM to ensure that the carousel is lowered evenly. When the carousel is lowered all the way, store all 4 screws in the brackets. Turn the carousel by hand to ensure that it rotates smoothly. The carousel will be hard to turn. Do not use the edges of the cartridge slots to turn the carousel. Remove the 11 screws from the back panel on the MEM. The carousel controller cable connects the system controller in the LRM to the carousel controller at the back of the MEM. To route the cable, go out the side of the LRM, into the side of the MEM, and out the back of the MEM. Then, connect the cable to either the connectors on the carousel controller. Finally, replace the back panel on the MEM. To attach the MEM to the LRM, locate the 2 alignment holes at the bottom and top of the MEM. And insert the narrow end of the bullet nose alignment pin into each hole. Confirm that the pins align with the corresponding holes on the LRM. Then, push the MEM up against the LRM. If the pins do not align with the holes, you'll need to adjust the leveling feet on the MEM as described later in this module. Locate the 3 holes on the back of the LRM frame that are used to secure the LRM to the MEM. Then, open the doors to both the MEM and the LRM to access the 3 holes in the front. If the MEM is to the left of the LRM, all 6 bolts should go from the LRM to the MEM. But if the MEM is to the right of the LRM, the 3 bolts in the back should go from the LRM to the MEM, and the 3 bolts in the front should go from the MEM to the LRM. From the MEM accessory kit, obtain 6 5/16 by 3/4 inch hex bolts and washers. Insert the hex bolts through their washers and into the holes. Use a ratchet with a 1/2 inch deep socket driver to tighten the bolts. If the holes do not line up, you will need to adjust the leveling feet on the MEM. Each MEM includes 4 leveling feet and 2 carousel supports, which are located between the leveling feet. The carousel supports are intended to keep the carousel from sagging when it is fully loaded with tapes. Do not use these supports to level the MEM. To lower a leveling foot, use a 3/4 inch open-end wrench to loosen the foot. Then, lower the foot until it touches the floor. Finally, turn the nut 2 more complete turns. Repeat this procedure for the other 3 leveling feet. When you're done, place a precision level on top of both units to check their alignment. You may need to adjust the leveling feet on the LRM or the MEM up or down, especially if your floor isn't quite level. Keep checking the alignment until both units are level. Then, turn all the jam nuts clockwise until they push up against the frame. The 2 carousel supports must be tight against the floor before you install the cartridges. To lower the carousel supports, loosen the foot. Lower the foot until it touches the floor. Then, turn the nut 1/8 to 1/4 of a turn until it is tight against the floor. Finally, turn the jam nut clockwise until it pushes against the frame. After lowering the feet, you can install the side panel on the MEM.